Okay, we are live now. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning into Choco Millionaire. Um, it's a raining, it's a raining
Yeah,
day here, but such a different world we live in. Huh? I am soaking the
true.
rain here, and then you are enjoying your time.
Yeah,
There's nothing happening on your side, huh?
no. It's a little bit chilly, but the weather is clear today.
Nice. All right.
Yeah,
So, thank you so much for connecting with me today. My name is Choco Millionaire. I live in Canada. I'm originally from Ghana. If today is your first time watching, you are welcome to my platform. I have a gentleman here. You can see his name. Just teach people how to pronounce your name, huh?
yeah. My name on Facebook. My Facebook page name is Mr. O.com. But my name, people know me by Salasi Otin or Salasi Mr. O. And my students normally call me Mr. O, Mr. O. So I just created a page, Mr. O.com.
The students like to call him Mr. O. If you say they don't know if you
Yeah.
pronounce the Mr. O
And they don't even pronounce our team well. So most of them, I call Mr. O, Mr. O. Yeah.
All right, if it's also Mr. O. Okay,
Yeah.
Mr. O.com. Thank you so much, there. So we are connected with Mr. O.com. Mr. O, what is your location right now in the world?
I'm in the United States of America, specifically North Carolina.
North Carolina. It is so. It is
Yeah.
so. It is so.
Yeah.
Now, so you happen to have connected with me. You made an appointment and then you called me and we're talking about so many things that were
Oh,
around
yeah.
philanthropy
Yeah. Yeah.
thing that you were doing. Tell
Yeah.
me briefly why you made an appointment to connect with me. First of all, I know we talk about that, but it was around you wanting to help people. Tell me
Yes.
just a bit of
Yes.
that part, if you don't mind, when it comes
All
to
right.
me.
So it was mainly about one of my students that I taught in Ghana before I came to the United States, who I'm trying to help to leave Ghana and come to Canada, because this is a very good boy, very smart, and he had all the grades, but he's been sitting home since 2019. So I've been pushing, and I'm like, you know what? The best thing is to connect with Choco, get all the necessary tools and necessary ideas that can help him. So that was the main reason why I made an appointment. And I mean, it was good I made an appointment because we were about to take in a decision on one of the schools he was applying. And in fact, you gave me a green light that we should just go ahead and do that. So that was how come I made an appointment. First one.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
God bless you. God bless you for
hmm
keeping your promise. You made your students a promise and then
Oh,
you're
yeah.
keeping it. Now,
Yeah.
if you are that student watching today, you got a very, very good former teacher.
Yeah.
When he called me, he said, look, I promised my boys that if they do so well, I'm going to
hmm
sponsor them and help them out. And me, I
Yeah.
want to keep my promise. Can you help me on XYZ so I can make a decision on which school here and there? And I
Yeah.
thought that was great. So God bless you so much. Now, what
God
level were
bless
you
you too.
teaching in Ghana?
I was teaching
What level were
the
you teaching in Ghana?
I was teaching the senior high school.
Mm-hmm.
I was
You
teaching
were
the senior
teaching in
high
a senior
school.
high school. What
Yeah,
were you teaching?
I was teaching mathematics. I've
Mathematics?
always yeah, I've always loved teaching mathematics.
Core
So
mathematics or elective?
elective.
Elective.
Surprisingly, when I finished the University of Winnipeg, the first school I got, the HOD was like, "Can you handle emails?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that is what I love because I don't want to go below certain standard. Then, if I want to pursue my further education, I'll be struggling." So I decided that listen, I'll just keep it up there. I love the higher math. The higher math is good, it's sweet. So, and ever since, I never taught core math. Surprisingly, even though it's easy to teach, I'm like, no, I just want to maintain the calculus and all those nice ones. And I taught in Ghana for 10 years, almost 10 years.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Which
before coming
secondary
here.
school were you at?
I was teaching at Mampon Presec in
Mampong
Nekrapim.
Precinct. All right. In
Mm,
the Grafim area there. And I see a
yeah.
comment on the screen there from Oliver Koto. I know Salasi from
Oh,
Ghana.
okay.
Used to be Lashibi.
Yeah. I was living at Lashibi and I was actually trekking. So I drive from Lashibi to all the way to the mountains.
Okay.
Yeah, every day.
All right. Now, if you are watching this particular interview, live broadcast right now, I want to encourage
Mm.
you to tag your friends who are teachers. I believe it think something that could be really, really, really helpful to a lot of people. So I want to encourage you to do that. Okay, I want to encourage you if this is your first time watching, you're welcome to Chocolate Millionaire. I'm vibing right now with Mr. O.com. Tag your friends, share this video, share it around teachers who need it, especially those who really, really need it. Okay? Right. Remember, this video is for those who need it. We are not telling everybody to leave Ghana. It's for those who really, really need it. Okay? All right. You've been teaching for the last 10 years, Mampom Presec. Elective math. Then, how did you find yourself in Canada? What happened? How did you come? Was it a visit? Was it the government of Ghana that sponsored you? How did you end up coming here?
Okay, so it wasn't the government of Ghana who sponsored me, and I didn't come on a visit. In fact, the main Jackpot idea was to go to Canada. In fact, I had a PhD scholarship in UBC. Then I did application. I had no knowledge that time, and I did application, and boom, they bounced me because proof of funds, POF. I was applying with the family and trying to move all at once, but it happened that they bounced me, and I'm like, okay, that is not the end of the world. Then my friends pushed me. They were already here. Some of my colleagues were already here in the US teaching. So they were like, you know what? We are leaving. So are you going to go? I'm like, you take the lead. You go and do the John the Baptist, clear the way so that we can follow you. So the following year, 2018, I began the process, filing all my stuff, did everything. Then boom, in 2019, did all the interview and everything online. And then boom, 2019, I was here in the United States.
Thank you. So Canada bounced you and then US said, welcome.
Exactly.
So you didn't put all your eggs in one basket?
No, I've never.
Good. Aside from Canada and US, were you looking at any other country? Were you looking at, say, Nigeria or, say, South Africa or, say, Mauritius? Even Turkey. Were you looking at any other country? UK, Germany. Were you looking at any other country?
In fact, I applied to Germany. They gave me admission. I couldn't do the application. I applied to UK. UK gave me admission. University of Sheffield to do financial mathematics. I couldn't have the fees. I have my sisters there too, but I couldn't pay the fees. I applied to where again? Norway, Finland. All these guys gave admission. I know the admission those days was easy to give, but moving and proving the funds and paying the tuition was a main thing. So all these guys were options. But when I got the US, I'm like, wait a minute, that is the ultimate, right? So if you get the US, all the other countries must obey. So why not go to the US? And I just decided that I'm going with these people, and that's it.
Beautiful. Now, let's talk about what made you decide to apply to migrate to the US? Because right now, you are not, visitors visa is a Zoom, right? They work for you, correct?
Yeah, they work, yeah.
So what made you want to make that move? What was the reason?
The main reason was financial freedom. You look at your status, you look at the family you come from, you look at your situation, and you are like, you know what? I need to make something better for my life and for myself and for my family for generations. So that was a drive. I mean, people who know me one of my colleagues always call me my Saskatchewan boyfriend because I've always been talking about Saskatchewan. I'm like, I'm going there, and when I get there, I'll give you a call. And that drive has always been there. I wanted to live a different life. I wanted to live differently because, number one, I'm the type who have always been looking at the scope of how things are. And I look at my salary, I look at what comes in, I look at what I want to do, the desire, the dreams, the way they are big. I'm like, no, I cannot stay in Ghana and do this. So I need to go out there, raise the capital, and maybe come back to Ghana and do what I want to do.
So the goal is to Jackpot to return stronger.
Well, that was the initial goal. That has been the initial goal for all of us. That has always been the initial goal for all of us. But things happen,
You're Yo, I hear. We will talk
Things
about this.
happen.
If you are watching this and what's going on, I'm vibing with Mr. O.com. Mr. O.com reached out a few days ago. He actually made an appointment and then we spoke over the phone, a video call. And through that, we realized that he had so much that others could benefit from. He was
Yeah.
actually in the process of assisting or helping some of his former students who are academically brilliant, but then have no, basically trying to help them to have a brighter future. That is what Mr. O is doing. Then I thought, you know what, Charlie, you have an amazing story. How about you put it out there to help people hear your story and how you made it? I think a lot of teachers who are looking for opportunities like this will learn from your story. All right. Now I'm going to play a devil's advocate, okay? On my platform, there are many people who are here because they love the idea of jackpot to become a better person, to improve yourself, to change your life, do better for your family. Then there are also people who are anti-jackpot. Today, I'm going to be anti-jackpot. I'm going to put you on the knife and ask you some tough questions. Feel free to answer them if you want to. If you do not want to answer them, say pass to the next question. Pass, and then I'll pass. Okay, peacefully.
No problem.
All right.
No problem.
So I put it to you that you did not have to travel to get financial freedom. You did not have to come to the US to get the financial freedom. As a teacher, you could have still made it in Ghana. You could have still have that drive to still maybe do other things in Ghana, maybe go into business, start a business, whilst you're in teaching, or do something else. Or maybe at some point even set up your own school and become a proprietor and still succeed in Ghana. I put it to you that maybe you have not been maybe that creative enough in Ghana to become the best that you think you can be as a teacher who is financially free. What would you say about that?
Chogo, my lord, I also refute that claim because if you want to talk about pushing myself and being creative and trying to make it in Ghana, I've been it all. I've been through it all. I had a business running. I was doing this salvage car buying from the US, selling the Ghana. I was doing so much, so many things, printing books for schools, going to Newtown, sleepless nights. I was selling look, when I was on campus, I was selling everything. Excuse my language, from panties, women, ladies' panties, to fridge, to computer, to laptop, anything. On campus, it's like I was listening to your story the last time you were talking about jerseys. I was selling jerseys. The Germany World Cup, I went to Carnation, got a hub, got all those jerseys, and I brought it to campus. They don't know how I get the things, but they said everything you need, go to Selassie. If anything you need, go to him. That was how creative the drive was there. I was selling liquid soap. I was selling anything you can think of. I wanted to make it. Registering a business took a whole hell. You have to talk to this person, talk to this person, talk to this person. I got it registered, started. You couldn't even get a place to even start. So I was operating mobile. I told myself, you know what? Why sit at an office? I'm not an office type. I've never been the office type. But I'm like, why sit in the office? Start something. I was moving from house to house, office to office. I'm telling the story. I do this, I can do this, I can do that. At the point, I had to do flyers. I had a friend. He's a military man. He's in the US here. We made flyers going around in the estate. I was living in the MF estate, asking those who want, drivers for the weekend, people who can drive them to places and stuff. The drive was there to make. Matoko, I can tell you for a fact that the system does not just have the fertile ground for young people to move in a certain direction unless you are affiliated to a certain level of people. So if you are the normal guy trying to do things by the book, trying to follow the rules, I'm telling you, it will take you a longer period. Look, talking about school, one of my friends, I made him apply with the family, and they're here. They came last year. They're teaching. We wanted to set up a school in Japan. The building is there. He started everything. The building is there. There is no funds, nothing. The banks are saying that the bankers in that village are saying, look, we want you to be a competition to Akosombo International. We want to bring our kids. And we said, listen, give us the funds to just put it into this and we will pay back. The school is there. The school doesn't, you know how schools work. You will make your money back. This manager will tell us, no, he doesn't have the capacity. But they can give those monies to people dancing and shaking their bum bum on the TV as sponsorship. It wasn't easy, Choco. It wasn't easy to build the thing from the ground up. And I was saying them, and all the people I saw, young guys, elderly people who had their businesses and everything, they had all stayed outside the country. All the people that had houses, who bought houses in the MF, you can ask. They all had this thing of staying outside. 99% of them had stayed outside the country before coming down to be able to even have such a life. And most of them, you see them, these elderly people, you see them, their kids were very young. And I'm like, why would you wait till you're 50, 45 before you're having these young kids? It is not them. It is a system, because you couldn't have given birth at that young age. Number one, the families and all those things, it will start for you. So you want to grow before you even start, thinking about family. So I looked at all this and I said, no, I'm not going to sit here, wait for my kids to come, and now I can't even buy food. Look, poverty affects your family. It affects your Christianity, the way you relate to God. Look, poverty can make you do things. My pastor will tell you, look, everything, he said, every sin that we are committing is based on money. If you look at all the root, all the sin that people commit, it has a sin of money, seeker. Because look, if you have the money, there are certain decisions you can make. Choco, if you call me right now, oh, we need to sponsor 5 kids going to school, blah blah, and I have the money. I don't need to think, and so I say, oh, how much is it? Okay, take the check. But now somebody calls you and even asks for 100 cedis or 10 cedis. You now have to do calculation, put a book on it, do all the benefit analysis before you can even dish out that 10 cedis. I look at all those things and look at the teacher salary I was taking, and I'm like, no, I can't build a life with this teacher salary. When I was teaching in Mampomprishek, those who know me, I was driving my Santa Fe to school. I told myself, no, I don't want to live like a teacher. I don't want to be doing all the jobs teachers were doing. Doing NLA jobs, doing census jobs, all the elections is the teachers will call. All those things is the teachers will call. I said, no, I'm not that kind of teacher. I'm not going to live like that. I was driving. I said, even if I use my salary to buy fuel, to fill it and drive to school, I'll do it. My wife will sometimes, she was working in Tigo by then, she will fill it for me and say, hey, my husband, drive. That feels good. And I would drive to the mountains and come back. And I just wanted to be a different teacher, because the whole idea was to be a pilot. And I realized that there was no pilot school in Ghana. I wrote to this school in South Africa those days when I was in GSS. They wrote back to me, but the fees, the money, at that time, it was like less than $10,000. But it was a huge mountain for me. Somebody whose father is a farmer and the mother is a trader. What can I do? My mother was selling kinky. So what can I do with that kind of money? So the drive has always been there. But I realized that, no, let me push out, because all these guys I see, they have their businesses, they have their 4x4s. They had gone out and came back and they started that. The few youth, the very 1%, 2% that we see who build it from the scratch and they made it in Ghana, I can tell you the stress they went through. Either they did it organically or inorganically. I believe people who understand know what I'm talking about. Organic means you explain yourself, build everything from scratch. Inorganic means you had help from politicians or certain connections that pushed you to where you are. So that was the drive. The drive was so hard. That was the drive.
All right. Thank you very much. So one question where I asked where you bring all these defense. Why? You mean I'm like that? That is Mr. Selassie. Thank you so much. My big sister, Amma Manson. I see you in the building. He spoke highly of you. Actually, I think he subscribed to one of your packages of content creation, social media. He mentioned that to me as well. Thank you for the help that you're giving my brother, my big brother here, Selassie. Thank you. All of you who are watching, I really appreciate you for watching. Share this video, tag somebody in it, share your story. Hey, do you disagree with some of the things we say here? We want to invite you to a discussion. Friendly one, respectful one. Just come in the comment section, Share your own perspective. Let us know what you're doing that maybe others are not doing. How are things working out for you? Let us know. That's what he said. I asked him that could it be that he's just a lazy, okay, I didn't use the word lazy, that he wasn't creative enough to trust our system. You saw all the things he said. The man tried though. He said he tried. He even sold jerseys, replica jerseys like I did as a teacher. He went into car business, he went into this, he went into that. But he said to make it, the odds are so much against you. The odds, right? The chances are the system will crush your business, right? And that is what Choco has been talking about. Choco has never said you can never make it in Ghana. No, I don't preach that kind of false gospel. No, you can make it in Ghana, but the chances that your business could die if it's too high. You see him? Me, I did Canada. I did tell you, say the chances say my business will succeed. It be extremely high. The government said, if they look for me, make a bring business idea, it will sponsor myself. See? So all I need is my small oil, anointing oil, keep my touch and small. Then it go turn into Midas starch or Midas starch. Then it go turn into. No, it means a problem no deal. Problem they but the support just be amazing, overwhelming support. And that is what we need as young entrepreneurs, because 8 or 7 out of 10 businesses that are new will all fail in a lot of countries where there are no support systems. But where there is a massive support system, places you can go for help, expertise are helping you. You have all the technical people there, finances in place. It's not stressful. Like he said, he wants to set up a school that can be a competition to Akosombo International School. But with all the ideas and all the plans, even if he had a full-time job and he presents all of it, what are the chances that he will still get a loan to a credit to go and build that he wants? He won't get it, right? But look at the kind of things we use our money for. We put all these monies into TV adverts to sponsor entertainment, to sponsor all the useless things where people will just shake their bum, and entrepreneurs who need the funds, we don't give them. And it's not because the banks don't want to give, but the system is full of risk. Oh, yeah. Remember Kufuor's time, when Kufuor came, Kufuor actually had this taxi initiative where they were giving taxi drivers, all kinds of help. People were getting taxis to drive. Charlie, an ambulance they can, so they can pull over. Yeah, at this system, ambulance where they pass, everybody would stop. Did you see ambulance did that? And when President Kufuor came, Charlie, the man did well. Kufuor's time, taxi drivers, you remember, people were getting taxis to drive. Barclays and all of those banks were giving people access to what happened. Most of them turned into bad debt because our system has not been formalized enough to the point where we can tell who is taking what, where they are, what they do, how we can track them. A way of the system is just not built for that. So when you borrow somebody money, you borrow ghost. You go borrow the person money today, go disappear. But here you go feel run away. You borrow money wherever you did, and go see you. You see. Anyway, let me go ahead and allow you, because I know you are time bound. You have stuff. So you tried your best as a teacher, and you were looking for financial freedom. You tried, but you realized that you were pushing too much, and then things were not working. You didn't just give up, but you just wanted a new, like you said, fertile ground, parable of the sower, right? A fertile ground where your seed can germinate. So you tried in Canada, it didn't work for you quickly. And then Canadian government saw that the way you wanted to move your entire family, Charlie, the man won't go and no return no more. So they refused, and then you tried US, and then you got US. Now, take us briefly through that process. If you don't want to, what exactly did you do? What kind of visa did you apply for? Was it a visa to visit? Was it a visa to work? And if it was work, how did you even get the idea to apply for that type of visa or that type of job? If you can briefly take, I think a lot of people want to hear that.
Okay. So how it worked is like this. I've always had this mind. When I finished high school, I visited my sisters in the UK a little bit, just for Christmas, just for like in Sheffield for like just 30 days. And I came back home. And I told myself that I don't want to travel and go and suffer or go and struggle in another man's country. We see all the stories, the Dubai guys, the people who travel, and it's all about struggling. But when I went to visit my sisters, I'm like, you can have a decent life when you have your business. So my quest was, do not travel until you have the legal means or the legality to stay in that country. And because number one, I wouldn't want to go, and in fact, we've gone to pay for somebody's daughter and you brought there as your wife. So you cannot just carry them and go and dump them somewhere and be struggling with them. So I needed to make the right decision. And with the guidance of few people, my sister's husband, some few people around, for few friends around me, I decided to go by this path. And when my friends came, they sent me the link. There are agencies. You see, the way Ghana, the teachers don't like the salary, the teachers don't like the job. The same way here, there are places that the salaries are not so good. Number one, the stress of teaching outside is different from Ghana. So a lot of teacher attrition was very high. In fact, it's still high. So there are agencies that the US government has sanctioned. They have applied, they have gone through all the documentation, and they have sanctioned them to bring teachers from all over the world, from Jamaica, from Philippines, from Cameroon, from Sierra Leone, Ghana, everywhere, anywhere in the world. To bring them to come and teach. And they created this J1 visitors visa as a path. So that was what I used. So you apply to the agency, they do the interviews, everything online. You send all your documentation, you file everything, they do the interview for you, they look at your documentation, everything is right. You do the credential evaluation and all that, police report and all that, a lot of documentations. And once you are done, they send you documentations, your contract. In fact, I saw my contract, saw the salary I'll be paid in Ghana before I left. That was how good the program was. And you come in, your job is waiting for you. All you need is go and get an apartment and start teaching. And that's it. That is how simple. I'm going to throw more light as time goes on. I'll throw more light on the process, how you walk through. But that is a simple one. It's a J1. It's a working visa, and you are allowed to come with family. In fact, actually, a lady who has become a teacher, a Ghanaian lady teacher, she has given birth to twins, and she has filed for the mother. And surprisingly, the mother was given 5 years. More. We never knew. We thought J1s cannot invite you. But there, boom! I'm like, wow, that is a new. So one of the days I'll bring her on my channel to just show us the process, how it is done, and all that. So it's just simple like that. But the in-depth, there are so many in-depth things that you need to do that as time goes on, we will talk about, and people will get to know how it is.
Okay, so you apply for a J1. There are legally sanctioned or properly regulated agencies from all over Africa that are given the.
They are in the US.
They are in the US. So they are in the US. And then their job is to bring in teachers to come and teach on a J1 visa. So you came on a J1 visa, and the J1 visa allows you to actually come with your entire family.
Exactly.
You actually saw your salary even before you left Ghana. So if the salary wasn't good, you wouldn't have left.
My brother, I would have left.
Hey, wait. Did you say you would have left or you wouldn't have left?
I would have left.
Even if the salary wasn't good.
How can you be getting a salary that's less than $300? As at the time, 2019, my salary was less than $300.
If you are not shy, let me put this question to you. In Ghana cedis, how much were you making as a teacher?
I was making 1,005 Ghana cedis as a teacher.
1,005 teaching at the secondary school, elective math.
Yes.
Maths we had like that.
Yes. I cracked my head and paid 1,005 Ghana cedis.
Where they go use it well. You know, they go use it well.
Don't let this go.
All right. Okay. 1,500 Ghana cedis. For those of you who don't know, just go online and Google convert 1,005 Ghana cedis to your currency. You go see what we did talk about. All right. Now, when you saw the salary, US and Ghana cedis, they are numerically closer in value. Closer, right? Maybe 1:10 or 1 to something. When you saw the salary, was it worse apart or pretty close?
It was worse apart, Choco. It was worse apart. I mean, trust me, it was worlds apart. That was like you are getting your lifetime savings in a month. Trust me. Look, teachers who have worked for 30 years, 40 years, 60 years. My big sister was a teacher. She started teaching in the 1990s in Dunkwan. Is it Dunkwan Onofen? And up to now, she cannot boast of even 100,000. No. I'm not even going too much. 60, 50,000 or 30,000 as a teacher. Look, a friend called me when I came here and I was pushing them. You know, The drive was so much that I was even pushing my own colleagues right from Ghana. I said, listen, let's go. Let's go, because this thing, I'm not sure it will last forever, but let's take opportunity now. They were rubbishing it. They said, oh, as for you, you like connection. You like connection. I said, this is no connection. You are paying no connection, man. You are doing nothing. This is legal. You are doing everything by the book. They were laughing at me. When I came here and I showed them my salary, I said, look, save it. Even if I save $500 a month, even $500 a month, I can, in a year, I will save all that you could have made in 30 years. So convert it and see.
Hey.
So the wise ones, the smart ones, they saw the thing. Oh yes, Choco, I will not lie. Choco, seriously, you see how the accountant general, you can tell accountant general, take money from my salary and be saving for me. Here, you can do, direct debit and put it down. Choco, even if you are saving $1,000, or let's say even $500, let me even put the barest minimum, $500. In a year, in a 10-month school year, you are making more than necessary. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, somebody is calling. Okay. You are making more than necessary. You make enough because teachers are being paid. You can have a 10-month salary structure or 12-month salary structure. 500 times 10, that is $5,000. Multiply $5,000. Even as at the time the study was $5, just multiply. That's 25,000. 25. How many? Even now is 12, right? It's almost 10. Let me even say it's 10. 10 times 5, 50,000. How many teachers? Not even a banker. Let me even chip in this. A banker called me that he has a degree in teaching, but he was in a bank, so she wants to come to the US and start blah blah blah. I'm like, so she was trying to rubbish the whole thing. And it's like, oh, her salary is a salary, blah, blah, blah. I said, madam, how much does your MD of that bank you are working with, how much does it take? My 1 month salary that I used to pay my rent will pay him and feed his family. So don't try to even ask me about salary. If you're not ready to come, stay in your poverty and sleep. And we just laughed over it. But I was so passionate about it that, listen, you need to move. If you want to move and make something for your life, move. Don't even compare the money. Even $1,000. Let's even say you are being paid $1,000 a month here. That is 12,000. How many bankers give 12,000 a month in Ghana?
This thing is talk simple like that. My party be winner. I did try convince I make it come Canada. The guy to this one smart guy. He said the bank he go work for. I convinced this guy. The guy no one come. Those times there was no Choco Millionaire. That was just when I was an individual.
Okay.
One day, I call him for phone talk where I show him my taxi driving side hustle money. Where I take for one day. I take one. I asked the guy to make it tell me his salary. He was beating around the bush. I said, no, tell me how much you make in a month. Wait,
wow.
I say, okay, you see how much I make just from 3, 4, 5 hours of taxi driving? When you compare how much, I tell him, Charlie, this will be the last time with me, I will tell you about coming to Canada. If you don't want to come, no problem. You and I will still be friends. Don't worry about it. But just remember when I saw it, I came to tell you. Charlie, the guy goes sleep and he realized he no peace sleep. He called me and say, Charlie, those they used to call me Dotcom. He said, Dotcom, Charlie, I'm ready. I want to come. Charlie, we can right now. If I tell you the way the guy they thank me, he they thank me because he see the difference.
Oh yes.
The difference.
Yes. All my friends, all my colleagues, all my colleagues that have come. I mean, they've moved their family. They're like, so this thing is that real? I say yes. Is that real and simple? But when I was saying it, you guys didn't see the essence of it. And the most funny part is when the tax season come and they fine all their kiddies are being given money and they're like, is this thing for real? Am I seeing well? I'm like, you're not seeing well. Don't take it. If you don't like it, give it to me. I like it.
Yeah. Anyway, just to clarify, we are not saying that Canada, US, UK, Germany are heaven where there's no stress, there's nothing.
No.
But we are talking about comparing the welfare and everything. It's just matter of fact, right? I believe labor should be getting its due. Labor. Everybody who burns themselves out and work should get their due. Even if you are not making millionaires money. At least you should be able to be proud to say that the plumbing job where I do, it takes care of my family.
My brother, you'll be better off.
It takes care of my family. The selling where they do for roadside. If you don't go do plumbing way, Charlie, at the end of the day, you always the lead in stress, mental stress. If it's demonic, me I tell you, government of Ghana, they watch me right now. Well, you know the one make people jackpot. I throw the challenge to you. Improve the condition of the people of Ghana.
Oh yeah.
Improve the condition of the people of Nigeria. And I tell you, nobody will leave. This country where it cold like this, you think there be snow where we can't catch snow?
Oh yeah.
Nobody can catch food for snow. Me, I didn't come here to come and watch snow. It be economic way bring me for here. So make the condition better. I go move my family where we could come back to
exactly.
Ghana. Exactly. You mess up the system bad. You mess up. See Auditor's General report. Have you seen the Auditor's General report? Nyapu, nyapu. We talk, you say we talk too much. Which we will advise on ourselves.
Oh yeah.
We advise on ourselves. He did that they teach. How you pay somebody 1,500 Ghana? How much is rent? How much is rent in Ghana? If this man has a family, is he going to stay in a single room? How much is single room in where he stays? Cost of living, how much is it? Will 1,500 be able to afford all of this? You don't even. You are not even giving him. Come on.
Nothing.
Then in a country where if he has a child, he's getting child benefits every month. Yeah. In a country where he shouldn't have to even pay for education. In a country where maybe he shouldn't, if they tell us to make you no move to that country, are you all right? Why you love Ghana past Nkrumah? Nkrumah said he died in a foreign country. Nkrumah said Jakarta for 12 years. He did say he love Ghana.
Yeah.
Your politicians they did or them or they get another passport. They did say they love. Fix the country. That's what leaders do. Leaders are brought in to fix the country. Make the country work. Put in place things that will allow young businessmen and women to thrive. You cannot be frustrating our efforts and tell us to keep pushing and praying for what? Alpha and Omega breakthroughs. Come on. You the correct country, you know go there. Me I know they pray for breakthrough. I just know it go work.
So I'm telling you,
to get a result.
When you come here, you realize that the kind of even if you go to church, your prayer life changes. Everything. I'm like, because
I beg you, your prayer this is all it changes. Me,
I'm telling you.
I know they pray. God give me a job. I know they pray for those things. No. I just know with the right skill set I will get a job. No connection.
I now understand why Don Moy and those people they were singing. It was all about worship. We are just thanking God. Now the prayer is not about. It's just praise God, thank Him, worship Him. It's not about killing. Because my brother, what are you going to kill here? Tell me, what are we killing?
Your prayer topic will change, yo. Your prayer topic will change. Anyway, if the country is working for you, please remember we are not encouraging everybody to leave Ghana. All right?
Oh yeah.
Some of you are doing well. Whether it be legit doing well or it be illegit doing well, some of you take Ghana they do well. Good. If you are kind enough, share some of your tips with us so that the people with they go use them. But make you know come and witch hunt all the people where they travel. Allow people to free. This world belongs to God. You know be so, or you know be Christian, you know be Muslim. This world belongs to God, and this man has every right to move around. This year. All right. So now you are here and you are in the teaching field. We will not even compare the salary because some people go have some sleepless nights and nightmares. You know, they go to sleep, they know they sleep, they go carry the pen, they don't go teach you. I don't want to be responsible for that. Now, I spoke with you and you mentioned the passion to share, and I say, you know what? Go and create your social media channel. Look, what Choco wants to do. I don't want this to be just about me. I want to see an army of young people sharing stories. So if you are living abroad and your life has seen worlds apart kind of different, you know what I mean? If your world has seen that kind of change and you are grateful for it, you are not the greedy. Even if where you they know they work. If you dey UK, you know they work. Come Canada. You dey Canada, you know they work. Go follow Amma Manson for Dubai. The whole idea is live in a place where you feel that you are what valued. That be all that you are free for, right? And you want to share your story. I encourage you today to consider starting social media. You might not have the passion like we do, but I want us to educate. I want us to create an environment where when we go online, it's all about educate, so that we can shame our government. We can shame our government for the deliberate attempt to put all of us into misery. So I challenge you today. This month today, we are launching his social media. We are launching his social media, and I know you are going to support it. If you want to encourage people like Selassie to come out to share their story, you want to encourage people to share their experiences without us hanging them on the cross, I want you to support Selassie. Stella, now thanks be to God, you have your social media channel. Can you just say the name so that we can actually have people just following you, teachers who want to look? If you're a teacher, Maglo Ngozi living in Ghana. You have been teaching for years. I've been doing pastries and everything on the side. This be your time. This is your time. US is calling. Will you answer? I don't know. Or maybe if Togo you won't go. I don't know. Mark will go see the what. I don't think we want this one. Somebody will tag you beside it. All right. I want you guys to go and follow this man right now. Say, mention your social media channels as you head back to the classroom. He's going back to class to teach, Mr. O.
Yes,
Mention your social media.
actually, my social
Somebody should do me
page.
a favor of writing them down. Write them. You start with your Facebook name. Start with your YouTube name. Start with your. I'm going to also get the links and tag. Put them under when I get up. So, yeah.
My Facebook page, thanks to my teacher and yourself, Amma Manson, and my Facebook page name is MrO.com. I did it that way because come to me for everything. Just come to me, ask me anything. MrO.com, TikTok, MrO.com. If you go to YouTube, MrO.com, and very soon the Instagram will come live with the guidance of Amma Manson and everybody, and Joko will push this agenda ahead. And I believe people's life will be changed. I believe in changing the lives of everyone. At the end of the day, when we all meet, everybody was like, oh, I went to Dubai the last time with my family. Oh, I went to Turkey with my family. I went here with my family. But it shouldn't be like, oh, Charlie, give me some 50 Ghana for my family. No, I want us all to meet and be happy and just share in that joy. That is all my drive. That has been my drive. So
thank you so much. Guys, look on the screen. His name is right there, MrO.com. Now, the .com is not point .com.
Yes, it's DOT.
.com. Mr. O space DOTCOM. Look for him on Facebook. Look for him on YouTube. Look for him on TikTok. We are launching his channel right now, and it's going to start. And all the teachers are going to say amen. And those who want to stay in Ghana and continue teaching, amen as well to that. Just share with us some of the things you are doing to keep afloat. And we'll be more than happy to also celebrate you as well. MrO.com, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. Look for him and follow him. Sir, I know you have to get back to class right now.
Yes, I have to get back to class.
I'm going to be in touch with you, okay? Have a good day. Talk to you soon. Bye. You can leave the line from there. All right.
Okay.
All right. So I hope you enjoyed this session here. I want to encourage you to share this. I want to even encourage you to share and tag the Ministry of Education of Ghana. Ministry of Education. You heard him. Teaching for how many years? 10 years? Secondary school teacher, elective math, one of the hardest subjects to teach. He gave his best to, but he said he could barely live life. You see it? Is he lying? It's not. He's not lying, right? We are telling you the poverty in Africa is artificial. Me, Choco Millionaire, I'm not a fake prophet to tell you Canada will not get problems for you. We get problems. There are people here who are still complaining that they cannot even live life. There are people here who are complaining of so many issues. People die in Canada too, and they go to the hospital and we bury them. People have cancer. People have all kinds of sicknesses. People have accidents and they die. But I want to live in a system where there are better guarantees. I want to live in a system where, or in a country where, if I put in my stress or my effort out there, I know the system will respond to it, right? My biggest problem with Africa, just two things. And until you guys come to realize that what I've been saying is the classical truth of all history, you'll be deceiving yourself. Number one, leadership. Two, systems. You see, leadership and system, working systems. Leadership means people fix on a leadership. Leadership way, the people with them for service, them way then they live like Arabian kings. You know what I mean? That one not be correct leadership. No, it be the other way. It be we way for they live like that. They way therefore come use on our resources to serve us. But we want to they like that too. When our politicians where they live big. Have you heard the kind of money they spent on the cathedral? Cathedral where they want to give God the corruption everywhere. You see them everywhere. Auditor General's report. You see them. That one is the white man way can cause them. Auditor General report to see the money nyafu. Money way go into doing, embarking on social interventions we go help people. Is it government? Be say that them the way that they use them money. It be we now on our money. The money of the people, the money of the country, trusted in you, put in you are a trustee. Just manage it well and let everybody just live a normal life. see, me as well say we did Ghana step way, they know they pay we salary, government know they give you benefit, child benefit, education they no be free, this thing. But if the system they work alone, we young guys will go work and create on our own wealth. You know what I mean? That's frustration. Look at the nonsense that they go on for Nigeria right now. Eh? You do currency. You know, you get rid of your old currency. You don't plan the timing well. Election is just around the corner. Few days or so to election, and then you have all this kind of nonsense on top of election fever. Come on, it's as if you just want to put oil on fire and put kerosene on top, and they make sense. It doesn't make sense. How do we think? What I said is they go just the chocolate. I ask you, like the timing. Look at the timing. Is that the right time? Huh? Couldn't you have done this a little bit earlier? Couldn't you have postponed it and do it after? Few days to election. See the nonsense where they go on for Nigeria. So are these things supposed to create security during election time, or they are supposed to create insecurity? Look at it. Huh? You understand? And these are the things that stress people. Human beings, we know they like stress. So if you frustrate humans too much, everybody will just snap. These people, they have studied the condition of man, and they know that the things that stress human beings are the things that can lead to all kinds of nonsense. So they take their time in creating systems that deal with it. Before you go get issue, boom. Before you go call for ambulances on the way. Charlie, few days ago, me I called for ambulance. I wasn't feeling well at their house. Now I wasn't feeling. Now they feel some small pain for my neck. We call the 911 people. They say, "What is your emergency?" I say, "Well, I know the fever." It's all right. What's your address? Charlie, in 10 minutes, the paramedic, his name is Jacob. They showed up at my house, my own house. Choco. First time ever where ambulance come my house. 10 minutes. They do everybody say be juju. I say, I wish I filmed that way. I tell you. Say 10 minutes. So if I was dying, it means within 10 minutes, life-saving support was right there. This be the little thing. So when we say system here, we are not talking about living in a heaven on earth. Canada, you know, be heaven on earth. God knows that we will poo for here, we will shit for here, we will fratulate for here too. People they commit all kinds of crimes too for here. But I can assure you that when these things happen, they will be dealt with no excuses. Can you say the same thing in our country today? No. Why should it not be? Huh? Why should things happen and nobody investigates them? Yesterday, I talked to the journalist from Joe FM who did the story on Leonard. Huh? Charlie, do you know how many more learners are out there? Do you know how many more bright students are out there and just slipping through the crack that we never will know? Do you know how many of them are out there? So you the one tell me, say, if me and my family be poor, where they no feeling better life, the taxes where we collect the nation's resources, that one too for no benefit me too. Yeah, they tell you, say, what we need right now is the educational. The days where the governments of Africa, they take it for granted, those days they are past too. Look, it is not an offense for your family to be poor. Me, I was born into a poor family. God knows I had the capacity to change my destiny. So I did what I could. But I'm telling you that it is a legal requirement that the government that day your country, therefore put in place systems to cause you to thrive. The government will not come live your life with you, but they will put in place system where will make you thrive. If those things are not there, you have no guarantee. And it's not like the government will be for the Christmas way if for Santa Claus is just for come distribute him own money. No, it not be your damn God money. Akukwado. The money of Ghana, it not be your money. It's not your damn money. It is the money of the government of Ghana, the people of Ghana, the resources of the people of Ghana. All you are supposed to do is to manage it equitably so we can all enjoy. Auditor General's report, you see what came out of it? It's not in other countries, everybody would have been fired. Everybody in line, everybody from the president would have been fired. But see, because we are God's favorite corrupt country and continent, you see, go see from my side. Go and see the loot uncovered in the Auditor General's report. Huh? Monies of the people, resources of the people. See, this will not be saying only today where they do them. This is their conduct. Yeah, they say they are leading you to the promised land. Which promised land will they lead you to? Huh? You want us to trust you? This is how you're using our resources. Our resources, not yours, not your father's. Our resources. As a bona fide citizen of Ghana, that is my resource. That is the resource of my children. See how they use them. You don't even pay them tax. You say you be servants. Servants of what? Serving who? You don't pay taxes. Free V8. Messing up the economy. When you finish, you go blame them on colonial structures. If the colonial structures where it loot the money where the auditor general uncover. Eh? All those colonial way they do, if the colonialism way they cause them. The auditor general, did you ever see a portion where they mention imperialism and blah 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 inside it? When our own people. Eh? Funny people. Only countries or continents in the world where you see ghosts collecting salary every single month. Yet real human beings cannot get jobs. Ghosts, they collect salary. Ghost names more than people. Ghosts everywhere collecting salary, drawing salaries. Huh? You live life like this and then you want we the young people to waste away? All you are required to do is to create a sensible environment and an environment that promotes growth, an environment that allows every seed to germinate. We will do the work. You are not supposed to work and buy us cars. So you are not supposed to even build us houses. So all you are supposed to do is to create a damn system that works for everybody, not just a few people. I come Canada here. Canadian government will buy me a house. So me now I buy a house. House number 1, house number 2 after me now I buy them. But you know what they did? The system is in place for Choco Millionaire to thrive. The system is in place for me to hit the road running and succeed. I know say if I move around, everything will work once I put in the effort. That is all Ghanaians are asking for. That's all Nigerians are asking for. Huh? Why you make Africans they look so, it's so depressing, man. Me, if I get a power right now, if I get magical one, boom, I go come out everybody from Africa, distribute all of them to countries like, countries where the system they work. Everybody go come out, then go leave you alone. Corrupt people. In the big cathedral, where they go bribe with the cathedral. They go bribe God with the cathedral. Come on, man, here now make your order, man. You they go bribe God. You see, God wants your dishonest money. Even cathedral they build corruption everywhere. Everything they do corruption. $35-40 million for the architectural development fee, blah 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 blah. Why they build Eiffel Tower? The Eiffel Tower they build. Juloison, Oloshi, Juloison, teeth. They did they speak English. Block West song, I can Julo, Afiafito. Ah, come on, we make Africans they look so miserable, man. So miserable. Common cleaner for Canada here, they live better life. Common cleaner will no go school, they live better life. Huh? We've made the system look so much like a rocket science, but it's not supposed to be so. Even if the person does not go to school, he's supposed to still live a normal life. If the person no go school stuff, in their correct country, he's supposed to still be okay. Because that is the kind of life I see here. People they go school, they enjoy. Unless you now where you be lazy where they look for job. Or they want to create your own business. If you want to create your business in Canada, you go create them today. Huh? You don't want even work 2-3 jobs, you go get them. Unless you now you be lazy. Portabi, make I greet you. This be the thing where Portabi they talk all the time. Portabi for Italy. That guy don't go school like that too. JSS. But even if he be truck driving, he do stuff. He the guy they survive. Even if he be truck driving way, that guy they do. He they survive. Charlie, I watched some video for US. Some black woman he say he be truck driver. Where the woman they give breakdown of his salary, almost $200,000 a year. Truck driver, female truck driver. Where she was talking about the tax deductions, fuel expenses, and all the bills. And then I saw what was left over. I said, hey, if they even shave all the US dollar for the way they put Ghana, the way they divide them by 4, you give that one self to a truck driver for Ghana, they will go thank you, But this saying well though. 6 feet, we will go die. But see one truck driver, see their life in the live. See another truck driver. One you go if you go do some dangerous ninja stuff or road topper to even get Kululu. If the system where they turn we all into Tiso. Me I tell you, they watch me right now, if you Christian, if you Muslim, they do connection past anybody, they do people live the system because they live place where they stay place where the system they work where. You don't even have the energy to go and steal. Like I did Ghana right now, God knows like I dupe you guys plenty. But I did Canada, why I go dupe you? I go here job day, I go left job day, I go everywhere job day. Who has time to go and dupe? Most of the crime where they happen, not say all of them. That be what the Selassie mind they talk no. The undertone for most of our crimes or the poverty. Other places you go, I know be poverty where they cause them. There are only be mental health issues or other issues. We want to there be plenty poverty. Why? Why? The Joy FM journalist, Mr. Mohammed Nuruddin, was telling me the cases he actually comes across. Sad situations. Brilliant people who are just falling through the cracks. Fine. Their parents are poor, but is that a crime? Is that a crime? Shouldn't we have institutions that actually exist for people like this? Shouldn't we have taxpayers' money that go into people like this? Why should we be using our taxpayers' money to actually give politicians who are taking ex gratia, politicians who are getting paid? Why should they be the ones getting our government of Ghana scholarships when the poor people who are brilliant and needy are not getting them? Why? Huh? Is this the kind of republic where they take Bill Cathedral give God for? Me, I talk all the time. My hope is for you to thrive. Me, I day here, even if I not be billionaire like Mayweather, at least I know say I take care of my family. I know say I'm not incentivized to go and do some kululu stuff to live life. That be what they look for. And that is what the simple life everybody is looking for. Simple life. A life where a seller can say I'm okay. A hawker can say my hawking paid for all my bills. A life where a hawker can say the selling where they sell for roadside, it being where they take pay rent. A life where a carpenter go pick talk say my carpentry money pays my bills, buys my car for me, buys my fuel for me. That be the kind of life we are asking for. Government of Ghana, you are deliberately putting our people at risk. You have no intention to invest in our people. You see, the kind of investment you guys are doing that you call investment, they are nothing but propaganda manifesto promises. Real intentional development is when you sit down and show us a real plan of 20, 30 years from now where we're going to be and how you're going to get there. None of you have it. NDC, zero. MPP, zero. All of them, zero. No clear plan. No clear plan. Ask them, beyond the next 4 or 5 years, how exactly they are going to get us to the promised land. Boom, they don't know. Because they created all those manifesto promises sitting at Laboni coffee shop, drinking their coffee, drinking and vibing and just creating them 1, 2, 3, 4 months before election. They say they have something for us. Is that how countries develop? Is that how Singapore developed? Is that how Hong Kong developed? Huh? Did they watch all those Asian tigers way? Then they do the kind of democracy, the nonsense way we do with the color democracy. Dubai, you watch Dubai, United Arab Emirates. You think that is how they develop? Leadership places the emphasis and invest in people. If you love your people, you invest in them. Invest in the people of Ghana. The taxes you want to collect from us, you have to invest in us to make that money. Any country who knows that the future of the country depends on the people, invest in the people. What kind of investment are you making into the people? Huh? What kind of investment are you making into the people of Ghana? What are you doing to make sure that you produce a healthy generation of Ghanaians who can be competitive globally, who can be competitive locally, who will be empowered anywhere? If they want to become entrepreneurs, they will succeed. If they want to become this, they will succeed. Other countries, they give all kinds of support to entrepreneurs. They collapse all of them. You collapse, Mr. Collapser. Mr. Collapser. They collapse businesses. That's what you are good at. They collapse them. If they are not part of your party, you can frustrate them. See what we do. FNM family and friends. Chaka Millionaire, share this video. Huh? I want us to build a prosperous Africa where we can believe that we can solve all our problems without relying on anyone. I want us to have a prosperous Africa where every African will be so proud to live in Africa because they know that place is home and a sanctuary for them. I want everybody to be proud one day and say, you know what, we don't need to even go and queue for a damn visa because our African passports are so strong. Everybody actually wants to come. The Dubai we see today, one of the strongest passports in the world, just didn't get there. It took real leadership. It wasn't propaganda. It wasn't blaming the people. It wasn't Dubai people are not good enough. Their attitude stinks. It was the leadership that actually set the tone and said, this is what we want for our people. And this is the kind of investment we want. Have you seen people from Dubai traveling around? People from Qatar going for visa to go around? No. Go and see what makes them not to go around. Go to Qatar and go and see what is making the Qatarians not to actually travel abroad. Huh? How can you be living in countries like that which are not even democracies and be enjoying and still want to? Come on. African politicians, you are all frosted in suits, frosted scammers. If you are not a scammer, tell me how you're going to justify the Auditor General's report. And all of this happening under the nose of a president who is in charge. Who is going to be held accountable for the Auditor General mess? The looting that has been uncovered, who is going to be held accountable? Nobody. Talk about it, forget it, discuss it in the newspaper, morning shows, boom, newspaper discussion, boom, we move on. That is the kind of people we are. Because that is the kind of standard our leaders are setting. The standard of corruption. The standard where corruption is normal. You can steal and go. So the next time you watch yourself and you are a connection man duping people, just know that it be the system where they turn all of us into this kind of thing. God bless you. Share this video and let it be a blessing. If you disagree with any of the things I said, I welcome in the comment section to share your disagreement as well. My prayer is that Africa will work. And if you're a teacher, remember this. Don't buy that lie. The teacher's reward is in heaven. You've been told that. It'll be true. It'll be true. It'll be every teacher will go heaven, Plenty of teachers have to the sick rather they on their way to hell. So you know go heaven, where you go hell, I beg. How they go take your reward? Where they go take them for? You go take them for Lashibi or what? I can give us up. You die, the coffee man will give you for the grape inside. You mess up. Don't believe that too. They told our people and then some of them they regret too. You go regret rough. Enjoy for this world. But on here, me I go enjoy for here. I go vacation with my children. I'll be 4 months, but I go enjoy where. If I die, I go die in peace and go and collect my crown with from Apostle Paul and Moses and go in heaven. Teacher's reward they heaven. No. Don't tell us that life. The teacher's reward is the first fruit of his own work. The Bible says so. Go and read the book of Timothy. The farmer enjoys the first fruit of his own sweat. In harvest, they enjoy it. Teacher, if we enjoy for this world, see how the man they talk. See how the man he praise another person's country. Selassie from Ghana. Praising and I say this man go classroom. He go. If I do a team, if I do a stake, and offer no get on here. If he go come out in heart or with joy, we go take tea somebody's child. See him. Cause the difference be like day and night. They compare themselves. Chocolate millionaire so. All right, share this video. We don't need more money. We need more wisdom. And when we have wisdom, we'll know our problems. When we have wisdom, we'll know our enemies. When we have wisdom, we'll know that the enemy within is bigger and more serious of a threat than the enemy from outside. They are telling you to blame outside world for all our stress. I am telling you, look right inside. The people who are causing us the stress, they are one of our own people. They are our kinsmen. They speak our language. They are more deadly